Hey, what's going on, y'all? I have something cool for you today. So, this is going to be part one of my series on load bearing equipment. It's something that I have a decent amount of experience with, but in a different number of different aspects than what you would traditionally think load bearing equipment would be used. But without going into some of my background, I just want to show you basically what I've created. So, this is the most of this is from a company called Whiskey 24, and they're an American-based company. I think they make every single. They use American-made materials and they assemble them and assemble the products. And I bought stuff from them in the past. Uh, really good company. I like the way they do business. Uh, but moving on. So this rig is a combination of different products from the site. So you would basically select which pieces you want to buy and assemble it when you get it. So kind of like how Faro Concepts and a lot of the other companies are starting to do it these days. Instead of having all these different things and you have to buy it, and then if you want to switch things out, it gets messed up. So I was actually able to get exactly what I wanted and do a bit of my own slight customization to make this really, really nice rig. Something I've been wanting for a while, and I was thinking about designing it for myself, but ended up Whiskey 24 had some things that I really liked, and made exactly what I was thinking about. So good on him for making something in forward thinking. So let's start with the the harness. So this is the harness 04 from the Pimp series that he makes. So it's got laser cut molly with the Velcro on the back. Got a couple different loops, and it comes down, and this right here is attached to the loops in it. But I'll show you even further on some other details in another video. But he included some one wrap Velcro. Now, I blacked out some of the parts to break up the outline of the Coyote with a black Sharpie. It just helps break up the outline. And so it's meant for cable routing or, of course, hydration routing. Now, he included it on the right side as well, but I clipped that off and I used it for something else. Now, this is a really unorthodox way to make a what we consider unorthodox, but it's really an ingenious way to create a harness. He added paracord. Now I switched it out for the matching woodland paracord, but he did add Coyote paracord, which will be just fine for the way M81 looks. But this is my little alteration. But he sent it to me, looped exactly like this. I basically copied exactly how it's just an overhand loop done up a couple times within it. It's actually very strong with 550 cord. Now, either side has these adjustable straps that are about 3 inches wide. Yeah, it's actually, this portion is exactly 3 inches wide. And this portion is slightly wider than 3 inches. So it allows you to adjust the length because this is tucked in with Velcro. So I've got it adjusted to about, where is it? About right there. So I've got almost all of it inside because I want it to sit higher on my body. Now that's the underside. He didn't add any spacer mesh that a lot of companies add. I actually like the way he kept it as far as flat as possible and as wide as possible. Because when you're wearing a pack, you don't want to bend a bunch of extra stuff collecting sweat, and you don't want it creating hot spots because you got real thin, bulky straps. So good design choice. He added some gross grain webbing to run the whole length of this with the molly. So it hooks into this little buckle right here on the rest of the rig, and it's adjustable as well. You could actually, if you wanted to, create more of a belt rig rather than just a chest rig. A lot of options with this. It's one of the reasons why I got it. So, like I said, this is, you would basically buy these cells separately, and you just assemble them yourself. So these magazine pouches right here hold the 3 magazines pretty well. Now, these are swallowed up. These are 3 full-size 30-round PMags. Yes, I know YouTube hates 30-round magazines. Eat me. A lot of generous room for these magazines, and easy to get them in and out. A lot easier if I wasn't holding a camera in my hand. But you can see it just swallows up the 30-round magazines. I don't even have this thing tight, and look at how much Velcro I have. So you can fit some 40-rounders in there, no problem. Or 30-round magazines with Ranger plates. That's a good combo too. Now, right here, I have a Gerber Mlf2 Velcroed in a certain way. I made my own design, or I designed a insert that would allow me to interface with it. So it works out really nicely. I'll show it to you in another video. This is just a quick down and dirty of what I've got going. Now this right here as well, instead of it being a magazine pouch, I just have the flap tucked down inside behind the radio. This is just a cheap LARPing radio for airsoft, but it's the same size as the PRC 153. So that's why I wanted it to size it for that. So I made this insert that Velcros in, and it attaches on the back side, and I can still buckle it, and it's got the adjustment. So it's a really good slick setup. I'll go into further detail about that as well. First aid kit, general purpose pouch, and survival kit, you know, kind of ordeal. So basically it's the same as if, let me show you this. I had one of these. You guys recognize that? Yeah. Low bearing vest, right? Basically can carry the same amount of stuff, especially if I was going to wear a pistol belt, which I do have right here. It's the same idea. Hey, I can actually wear that, huh? Got the basics covered, but it's the same idea. So I'll go into further detail on the harness from Whiskey 24. I'll break it up into several different videos, so that way you guys can get a detailed explanation on how I set things up. Talk to you guys later. Bye.